love it. In fact, I love it so much, I'm gonna fly Vidal fucking Sassoon here to personally give you a Brazilian blowout. And when he's done, I'll give you the number of a good plumber because you just flushed your fucking career down the toilet!
The following program is rated TV MALS. It contains strong language and sexual situations. It is intended only for mature audiences.
What's up, y'all? You know what time it is? It's about to be that time.
Why does an Irishman want to die? The die is a wicked forfeits in disguise. Irish warfare is nothing to be played with. I need it to war inside.
So watch this video and subscribe and put a thumbs up.
You haven't seen me done something like this in a minute, right? Sorry I kept you waiting. Huh. You already know. It's time for the Abu Nas show. Gonna make it quick so I can just split. Not gonna be dragging it out, but you know what it's about. Come on now. Let's do it. Abracadabra, alakazam, Solovar back in the jam. Feeling yourself like you're in control. I'm the dude that will hold it down on the low. Hurt your feelings and your methodology. That's why I'm picking it up on this beat. Give you the good feeling that you really need. Yep, me proceed to set your mind free. Yeah, I gotta believe that whatever I talk about is not for free. You gotta pay the cost to be the boss. You gotta do what you really lost. Top of the dome. Streets is big and dawn. It's a lot to keep it grown. The grown folks that is. Come up in here giving you the square biz. Let's go, 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 go. Welcome everybody to another episode of The High Ground. I am your host, the Baron of Cloud City himself, the one and only and not from Sony, never a phony or a punk ass macaroni. Abu Nas. And today, I have a little bit of, how should we say, a little bit of news that dropped on my lap. Well, actually, I found out this morning, and it shocked me. It shocked me. Because I didn't even think that something like this was, even possible. But let's get into it, because I ain't really got all that time. I'm still technically. So let me get through this so I can be out. So check this out. Hollywood Reporter dropped that Game of Thrones Jon Snow sequel series in development at HBO, and it had the little bracket saying exclusive. And I'm sitting up here like, you gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding me. But no. They said, that this is how they start off the article. You know nothing about HBO's post-Game of Thrones plan. Yeah, so the network has entered into early development on the first sequel of its blockbuster fantasy drama, a live-action spin-off series centered on the fan-favorite character, Jon Snow. Kit Harrington is attached to reprise the role should a series move forward. So I guess they got to do the pilot, make sure everything is, on point. The actor was twice nominated for an Emmy for his portrayal of the action hero who struggled to uphold his family's noble values in a brutal world. Yeah, dramatic, isn't it? But in Thrones' 8th and final season, Jon Snow discovered his true name. His name was Aegon Targaryen. The 6th of his name, I guess. But actually, he should have been called, named Jaehaerys Targaryen. But that's just me, But he was the potential heir to the Iron Throne, blah, blah, blah. But in the series finale, he was exiled from Westeros and journeyed north to the wall with the wildlings, leaving his old life behind. That's how his thing ended. So, since completing his work, he, jumped on Marvel and was in that crappy Eternals and, You know, I mean, if whoever likes Eternals, if that's your thing, if that's your bag, then, you know, God bless you. I'm glad you like it. You know, that shit was trash to me, but, you know. But yeah, the development signals an intriguing new direction, the article says, and HBO's handling of authors George R. R. Martin's fantasy universe, a move not unlike Disney Plus management of its Star Wars and Marvel. Yeah, that's exactly. So basically, HBO was trying to, you know, kick in the series format just like Disney Plus. They trying to do their own little Disney Plus, you know, which is cool, you know. Like I said, you got it's streaming. You know, you got to get in the streaming battle when you can, and HBO Max is perfect for this. They're streaming, so they're trying to do whatever they can to maximize their shit. You know, but perhaps from the most boldly from the creative standpoint, the project would upend Thrones' final season as the last word on the fates of the surviving characters in HBO's most popular and Emmy-winning series of all time. In theory, the project could open up doors for other surviving characters, you know, like Arya Stark, Sansa Stark, Brienne Tarth, blah, blah, blah. Development news means that now 7 Throne projects is in the works, in addition to the upcoming House of the Dragon prequel series. So, yeah. So they capitalizing on these things. Now, HBO and Harrington representatives have no comment, of course, but the Hollywood Reporter will not put this out if things was, you know, how should we say, 85 to 90% ready to rock. So therefore, this is newsworthy for me, Abu Naz, to actually make a video since God knows how long. So yeah, this finally got me. This finally got me out of the hidey hole, right? So I want to speak my feelings on this. You know, now when I first, you know, saw it in our private chat from the Dark Council on Twitter, I said, I didn't say, I was literally in shock. I put a little shock emoji like, wow, really? And I'm like, oh shoot. And then I seen my brother Mark with a C, you know, he put a tweet out there on Twitter, and you know, he went down the line and, you know, made a little tongue-in-cheek thing. You know how my brother do. He can't. He's not gonna put something down unless he gonna make you see that. See, I told you. You know. But I respond to him, and this was my real thinking, because it took me a while. I was shocked, but then I said to myself, you know what? I'm not unopposed to it. As a matter of fact, I think I'm kind of looking forward to it. And as long as they do his character justice, you know, because quite frankly, he didn't get that in the final season of Game of Thrones, you know, and a lot of people was bummed out from all the creative choices that Dan and Dave did, you know, between Daenerys Targaryen, Jamie and Cersei Lannister, shit, even the Hound and you know, in the Clegane Bowl, you know, it just seemed like it all of the build up throughout all the seasons, and then you just crash and burn before you hit the finish line. And that was Dan and Dave. You know, they you know, I guess they brought into the hype, you know, that they won all these Emmys and stuff like that and blah blah blah. But then they buckled down. You know, they buckled under the pressure. So by the time they got to the end, they was tired. They didn't want to do this shit no more, and they rushed it, and it showed. You know, so you have Jon Snow killing Daenerys. Oh, spoiler alert for those that haven't seen it. You know, you know, and now he get arrested, and then he's just exiled to the wall by Bran the Broken. I don't even know why they even called him that. That was just so fucking stupid. You just call him the Bran, you know, just call him Brandon Stark or Brandon, you know, the Seer or Brandon, you know what I'm saying? Call him Professor X, because that's pretty much what he is now. You know, but the fact is that he went to the wall, you know, gave up everything, just went. Okay, I'll get back to that in a second. But the thing is that Game of Thrones was so popular and everybody followed. Now remember, Jon Snow got killed by the men of the Night's Watch because he allowed, you know, the wildlings to come into Westeros to save them from the threat of darkness that was beyond the wall. He is a man of the Night's Watch, the shield that guards the realms of men. He did his job, and for what? And his reward for that was him getting stabbed up. We thought that was the end of his thing. You know how Game of Thrones like to throw the monkey wrench in the work, catch you blindsided, make you love the characters and everything else. Like, you know what I'm saying? And people losing their mind, like, what the fuck? The same thing happened to me. You know, I caught on to Thrones late. You know, Thrones was in there that was going well into their first season. You know, and the only thing I found out, because I never heard of Game of Thrones, never read the books, nothing. You know, somebody told me, yeah, your boy Borman from Lord of the Rings is in there. I was like, what? My boy Sean Z? Goldeneye and all that? Yeah, I'm gonna check him out. And when I checked him out, Lord Eddard Stark, looking all, you know what I'm saying? Noble, powerful, you know what I'm saying? Doing what he needs to do. Stark House, you know, winter is coming, you know, the whole bit. I was like, yeah, buddy, that's what I'm talking about. And they get to the, you know, arresting him, and I was like, oh my God, they arrested him, huh? Then you get to the execution thing, and you know me, I'm thinking, oh, okay, but everything is going to be fine, because they're not going to kill off the main man, the superstar. Nah, I ain't going to do that. Shit. They're going to have somebody with the archers and shit, and, you know, just when the execution is about to get... Yeah, and then the men of the North come riding in, they get their lord, you know what I'm saying? Come back, and everything would have been good, right? As soon as they chopped off his head, I was like, fuck this show. That's exactly what I did. I said, fuck this show. Fuck them. Fuck HBO. Fuck them all. How do you do something like that? That was the main man. Then the next episode was the last one. And I said, you know what? Fuck this show. But I'm watching them and just see how it ends. Because I am not watching it past this. That's for sure. Then Daenerys goes into the fire and it's like, damn, she burning her ass up. All right, well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she don't want to live no more. I don't know. But she took the eggs with her, so I don't know what she's trying to pull. Then the dragons were born. And then I said, maybe I don't want to not deep six it just yet. And I have been watching it ever since. Jon Snow became now my favorite. Well, outside of Robb Stark. I'm team House Stark forever. You know, even though I love my crazy Targaryens, I'm team Stark forever. So I rode with the good guys. You know, Jon Snow was a good guy. So, you know, past all of that, you know, we followed his journey. You know, season 4, he was lights out. Watchers of the Wall, that was banging. And don't even talk about Hardhome season 5. Woo! That was pretty much one of the best episodes in the entire series. And Jon Snow was front and center, you know? But going through all of this, and then he gets killed by the men of the Night's Watch, then we had to wait, you know, because we thought he was gone. Then all of a sudden, you know, Melisandre, you know, doing the hocus pocus shit, and then he's back to life. So somebody of whatever higher power that was in Westeros brought him back for a reason, you know? And that reason is to confront the ultimate evil. Now, at the time when we got to season 8, Arya Stark got the kill on the Night King. At the time, I said, oh shit, because I love, like I said, Team Stark. I followed Arya's journey too, and I was happy for her. I was like, woo, that's my girl. But then I said, wait a minute. So what's up with my boy Jon? You know, you got him killed and you resurrect him. There has to be a absolute powerful reason for bringing him back from the beyond to do something that has to mean something. And that when I was waiting for towards the end, where they got, because in my head I was like, they're gonna have something for him, don't worry. And he didn't do nothing. And that's when a lot of people turned, you know, not to mention the whole Daenerys thing, but Daenerys, that's something different. I could talk about it on another video, but she was meant to go bonkers anyway, you know? The clues was all throughout the seasons, you know, for the eagle-eyed person that actually pay attention. You know, they just wanted their superhero woman, oh, Daenerys, she's something, oh, fucking man, down with the patriarchy, the whole bit. So, when it didn't happen, they lost their shit. So, everybody got fucked in the ass, lack of a better word, but that's exactly what happened. Dan and Dave, just like I said, we all got fucked. over our heroes, and even the villains, got fucked over, But either way, that's what we was left with. So I guess in the end, what are they gonna do with Jon now? He went to the wall. If anything, he was supposed to be the one that, because after they didn't do nothing with him, then my whole thinking went right back to episode 3, the long night, and I said, okay, then Arya should not have gotten the kill. That should have been Jon. Well, it shouldn't even been in episode 3. That shit should have been at the second to the very last episode. That should have been the setup and the thing to really get you at the battle. You know what I'm saying? Like the battle of Middle Earth or something like that. Where everybody laid it out. Well, nobody don't think about these things. At least of all, Dan and Dave. So, that should have happened. And then if it came down to it, because he is a Targaryen and he is the heir to the Iron Throne, Daenerys is gone, so what are you going to do? So he could have taken the Iron Throne, but then he said, nah, man. Nah, it's not for me. And that mirrors his ancestor. No, not his ancestor. His great relative, Aemon Targaryen, the Maester. Because he did the same exact thing when they offered the Iron Throne to Maester Aemon. For all you know, Lord of the Rings. Oh my God, what the fuck? Game of Thrones enthusiasts. Y'all know the history. Aemon Targaryen is a prince. He was offered the Iron Throne, not once, twice. He said no. I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna pit myself against my family. I'm taking myself out of that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go to the wall. Fuck it. They had honor guards and everything else. Shit, Bloodraven went with them. So they had like the pomp and circumstance going up there. But Maester Aemon been there ever since. He gave it up for the love of his family. He had no interest in it. And he found his calling being in the Night's Watch. That's the same thing Jon could have did. It would have been bittersweet but poetic. He said, I don't want this shit. Let Gendry be king. He's Targaryen. He's the son of Robert Baratheon. Robert Baratheon is the grandson of King Aegon V's youngest daughter. Let him have it. And then Gendry can marry Arya, and then everything would have been good. And then they could have had a little thing where, after the ceremony and she looks at her new husband, because they did get it on in the show. So that could have been like the whole wedding thing. And she looked at Gendry and said, you know what? I'm so glad that you're a part of my family now. And he looked at her, got the crown on his head, maybe the little 3-headed dragon thing, because he is a Targaryen, probably a little Baratheon sigil on there, And he gives this woman a kiss. And he tells her, nah, you're not my family. You're going to be my lady, And that would have brought the house down, man. Shit, look, give it to Abu Nas to be the director and the writer. I would have made y'all proud. But nah, it didn't work like that. But that should have went. And then Jon would have rolled off into the sunset with the wildlings and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The Valyrian steel sword in his hand. Knowing that his purpose is to be the shield the shield of the world of men. Simple. So now maybe this series might shine a light on what he will be doing. Maybe there's a threat in the north where, you know what I'm saying? You see how the Children of the Forest made the first Night King, We don't know how many are left. Maybe they 1 or 2. Maybe they got, got bent out of shape. And like, well, we still got to kill these motherfuckers, Let's take some dragon glass and find somebody else and jig them up. And start the whole process all over again. Maybe that could happen. Who knows? But they got to do something in this new series that they're trying to develop. They got to do something to make his, I guess, whatever it is that he's doing up in the wall mean something. Especially if it helps to reverse the damage, that Benioff and Weiss did to his character and everybody else's character. We can hope. But, you know, maybe people shit on this and be like, oh, it'll turn into some woke shit and blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go that far down that rabbit hole, you know, at least not yet. Let me see something. Let me see if they're honest about giving us a good story, you know, without all that other extra shit, you know, because Game of Thrones was, you know, was there and it was thriving and doing its best, living its best life before all that woke shit came to being, you know. So who knows how it's going to be made, who's going to be the showrunners, who's going to be the writers. We can only hope that they get competent people down with this, you know. But I'm Team Stark, House Stark forever. So I'm a roll and I'm gonna see how it plays out. You know, I'm gonna be having my own show, you know, discussing each episode of House of the Dragon, and that's gonna be a bona fide smash hit for me because I'm all in this universe now, you know. And dare I say it, you know, for me, myself personally, the you know, the craziness and the letdown of season 8 doesn't negate for me the journey of all the other seasons, you know, because I love being in that world of Westeros, you know, because now after I finally got on my job and started reading, going, you know, getting other books, knowing about the history of that world and that whole concept, now I enjoy all of it. So I would love to sit down and have Tyrion do his thing, Jaime, Brienne, you know, Roose Bolton, you know, you know, what's the island dudes, the Greyjoys, you know, seeing Essos and all the other places there, you know, even seeing Daenerys go through her journey, you know, all of these things, you know, that I enjoy, I can still enjoy it again. Just use it in the proper context. You can too, you know, if you want, but it doesn't negate the bullshit that went on in season 8. I get it, but as somebody that loves, you know, the Game of Thrones universe or whatever, if you love it, keep loving it. You know, and maybe see, you know, we'll, you know, see what we can see with Jon Snow's, you know, upcoming series. Hopefully, it'll be something worthwhile to check out, or at least to see how they could reverse the damage that was done to him. You know, and maybe that could follow with all the other characters. Who knows? You know, but with that being said, I'm of the mindset that I'm gonna give it a chance. And that was the whole point of me coming up here after God knows how long to, you know, to make this video. You know, it's already 21 minutes. Okay, let me get up out of here because I got, you know. So with that being said, thank you for hanging out with your brother, you know, like right out the blue. And know that I'm going to try to get better with making, you know, some more regular videos and stuff. You know, just bear with me, all right? And yeah, but I'm still gonna have that show over the House of the Dragon, so definitely look out for that. And of course, you can find me every week on the Dark Council, as always. So if you like this video, like, you know the drill. You know, like, subscribe, and all that. You know, and like I said, man, just hang out with your brother whenever I can get on here and do what I gotta do. But other than that, man, like I said, God bless. Stay on your grind. You know, haters gonna hate, but you can't relate and keep it moving, you know. And other than that, like I said, time will tell. We will see. Have a good one, y'all.